We were 2000s teenagers again. You know, the midnight texts, inside jokes, and of course, butterflies. Then we met in real life and well, let me start at the beginning. Ever texted someone so much your phone felt glued to your hand in a good way? That was us. A week, maybe more. Subway texting, taxi texting. Under the desk at work, in line for coffee, during movie night with the volume low. Morning ping, midnight ping, repeat. No calls. Did we need calls? We had texts. We had butterflies. We were those teenagers from the 2000s, but with better cameras and worse sleep. He was great on text. Clever one-liners. Callbacks to day one jokes. He noticed tiny details and folded them into the chat like origami. My girls noticed how I was glowing when his text arrived. Was I falling in love or just very well typed at? We picked a restaurant in 5 minutes. Smooth, easy, fate. I picked an outfit in 50. The perfect dress, shoes, earrings, hair may be up. Good butterflies, the predate hum. This could be my person, right? My Mr. Big kinda. I even let my brain test drive a Sunday morning with him. Not a wedding, just a grocery list and a lazy couch. Is that how forever starts, or how dopamine shops for furniture? I walked in and there he was. Same eyes as the photos. We sat, the menus opened. He cleared his throat. Then the interview began. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are your strengths? Tell me about a time you handled a challenge. Sir, is this dinner or HR onboarding? Do I get benefits with the bread? I answered like LinkedIn and lipstick. Why was I listing achievements instead of telling a story? Why did my spark turn into bullet points? The waiter asked about drinks. I checked the ceiling for romance. Where did it go? In text, he was jazz. At the table, he was spreadsheets. In text, I was effortless. At the table, I was trying not to baptize my knees with water. Did we use up our best lines in the app? Did we fall for each other's fonts? Did we forget to save anything for the room? Here's the quiet theory that showed up between sips of still or sparkling. Text is the trailer. The date is the movie. The trailer is edited, scored, and timed to your heartbeat. The movie is live. Somebody coughs. The lighting is weird. In text, you can polish and pause. In person, you have breath, blinks, and the way your hands shake around a glass. It is scarier. It is also where chemistry learns your real name. Maybe he asked job questions because he was nervous. When you like someone, you try to be serious. Serious can look like stiff. Maybe he wanted to prove he's a grown man with a plan, not a meme with a jawline. Maybe he thought bullet points meant effort. I heard them as a distance. Were we saying the same thing with opposite moves? Do you see me? Am I safe with you? I noticed tiny cracks. In text, heart eyes like confetti. At dinner, his eyes kept checking the bread basket like it held the next question. In text, he remembered the street where I grew up. At dinner, he wanted my 5-year plan like we were signing a contract. Is strategic planning a love language now? Should I have brought a slideshow? Then I caught myself performing, don't we all? You want to be charming. You want to be the version of yourself that floats. But floating is hard when you're answering 12 questions about your career arc and childhood pets. Did our late-night texting squeeze 3 dates into one? Who can be present under that much homework? Across the room, another couple laughed through bad costumes and perfect energy. No speeches. No resumes. Just a little rhythm. A question, a real answer. Eye contact that didn't feel like a scan. Was that romance, or just attention in a nice outfit? Do I care which? If it works? We made it to dessert. He softened. I told a story that wasn't polished and it still landed. He shared something unedited, and I liked him more in those seconds than in any paragraph we ever sent. Fireworks. No. A small pulse. Yes. Maybe, small pulses are how real love starts. Less bang, more steady blink. So, where did romance go? Maybe it didn't go anywhere. Maybe it was hiding under the noise, under his interview, under my audition, under the pressure to prove our match was capital M meaningful. Romance is shy. It wants curiosity, not criteria. It wants us to leave a few stories unsent, so they can live at the table. It wants one clean breath between your turn and my turn. Walking home, I asked the night the questions I didn't ask him. When did I feel most awake? During the banter, or when he finally looked up and really saw me? Did we talk like people or like profiles? If I save one story for the next date, will there be a next date? And if there isn't, was it still good to remember what romance asks from me too? Texting is sweet. But we won't grow old with the typing bubble. We will grow old with the person across the table, the one who laughs a little crooked and takes a second to find his words. Thanks for watching.